Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Secretary, welcome.
Hey, Senator Rounds.
Long day already. Let me go through a couple of items that, if I could, please, and I know you've heard a number of questions in terms of where things are going. Let me share with you one that I think we may need some help from you specifically on. President Trump issued an executive order to boost the American mineral production. He did that on March 20th. The National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH, mining program supports this goal by funding research at the nation's 14 accredited mining schools, including the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology in Rapid City. This includes support for critical work in metallurgy and mineral processing, fields where the Black Hills region has been a national leader. However, my office has learned that staff at NIOSH's Spokane Mining Research Division have been laid off. This office focuses on the unique challenges of Western mining, operations that are often more geologically complex and exposed to harsher conditions. This division provides critical technical support for institutions like the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, which recently received a $1.25 million grant to improve underground mining safety. However, the grant has now been canceled due to loss of oversight from the Spokane office. This is not just a missed opportunity. It undermines our ability to meet national security goals tied to mineral independence and supply chain resilience. Mr. Secretary, given the President's directive to increase American mineral production and the clear role that NIOSH plays in supporting research at accredited mining schools, can you help with regard to why, or can you explain, or are you aware that the Spokane Mining and Research Division basically has been shuttered? And how does this work in terms of how do we get that research done, particularly with Western mining? And this is one in which clearly the President wants us to focus with creating a supply chain within the United States.
Senator, I was able to bring back 328 NIOSH workers, mainly for soft mining, soft rock mining, coal mining in Cleveland and Morgantown. And to reinstate some of those other jobs, I will work with you. I've spent a lot of time, as you know, in your state. I've been many friends who are working at the mine up in Deadwood and Leeds, South Dakota. I've been myself to the bottom of that mine many times. I understand the health concerns and how brave you have to be to undertake that kind of work. We need to protect our miners. We need to protect them because they are the future of our country.
You would work with us to find a path
I want to
forward.
work with you on that, and I hope you'll contact my office.
Absolutely, Mr. Secretary, I'd be happy to, and just wanted to bring it up because this is one that we need to get fixed. So I appreciate your looking into it. Also, since 1995, NIH has invested nearly $1 trillion into U.S. biomedical research. In 2021, the Biden administration updated NIH's data management and sharing policy to promote greater transparency and accessibility, yet much of the research data remains siloed, inaccessible, or trapped in outdated formats, making it difficult and costly for innovators to use. This limits the impact of taxpayer-funded discoveries. To address this, I've sponsored the GUIDE Act with Senator Heinrich to modernize federal data systems, making sure that they are AI-ready and accessible for responsible innovation. Secretary Kennedy, what are the main barriers, technical or institutional, preventing NIH from creating clean, modern, accessible data sets that drive discovery and innovation?
One of the most exciting things that I'm most excited about in running this agency is the opportunity, the unique opportunity we have now to update those computer systems to crush down those silos, which we are doing. And a lot of that is just bureaucratic inertia. And what we found is a lot of, I actually learned that in order to get access to CMS data for another one of my agencies that wanted to study that data for healthcare purposes, we had to buy it from another agency there. So they're hoarding the data and they're selling it. It makes no sense. And we are bashing down all of those barriers. And we're going to digitalize our data, we're going to depersonalize it, we're going to put it on AI, and we're going to make it public through data sharing agreements that allow people all over the country to access it and take advantage of it.
Let me throw you one.
And I look forward to that legislation because I want to say this, we have been able to recruit the top minds in Silicon Valley to come into the agency, people who've walked away from billion-dollar corporations, not because they want prestige or they want position. They are there because they want to transform the agency by making it AI friendly. I spent yesterday all day talking with the innovators from private industry about how to get them that kind of data. So it's a huge priority for me, and I look forward to working with you on it.
Mr. Secretary, thank you. And my time has expired, but with permission of the chair, I need to offer one softball question for you. The combination of biomedical research in coordination with AI in terms of speeding up the processing and so forth tells us that we can make discoveries and cures for some of the main dread diseases that afflict mankind today. And we can do it within a very short period of time period, which not only would save federal taxpayer dollars in terms of long-term treatment, but also improve the quality of life for millions of Americans and families throughout the world. Would you agree that the combination of biomedical research with artificial intelligence accelerating that discovery process could very well improve the quality of life for millions of Americans?
It's already happening at FDA. And, you know, I had a conversation with Marty McCary last week, or even the initial introductions that we're making with AI have already quickened the clinical trial process. So, you know, well, I can't even imagine the kind of opportunities that we're going to get from this, from transitioning to AI and marrying that with biomedical research.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you, Madam Chair.